Farmville, North Carolina housing market in October 2023.
So happy Halloween. Now, we're going to talk about all of this data and information, but if you're a home buyer or home seller in Farmville, why does this matter and why should you be watching our videos? Because we're going to tell you data. People tell you all this national news of the market's crashing, which is not, at least based on the data we see. And the reason that we're doing these videos is to give you what we see in the market so you can make an informed decision based on your area, not necessarily what's happening in some other parts of the world, what is happening right here in our little area. So with Farmville, but we're going to talk about there were 18 homes that were actively listed, which means they are for sale at this moment of the filming of the video. Now, 7 are pending homes, which means they are under contract, which means they are more likely to, go to fruition in 30 days to be closing. And there were 5 that just sold, which means 18 plus 7 is 25 divided by 5 gives me a nice 5 months of supply. So for once I can do the math without actually putting out a calculator. Now, before we get into all of the data and more, I think we need to do our introduction because we're going to do not just that information. You need to know what is happening in all of Farmville. So with that, let's hit it. Hi, it's Victoria. Welcome to our channel and podcast.
If this is your first time in our podcast and YouTube channel, make sure you subscribe and get notified.
Also, call text all the time at 252-327-3357. We love talking to you. Do not be shy. Also, don't forget to get our buyer side and sales guide in the description below. Whew.
Exactly.
Now with that, what happened?
And my wife actually told you that we had 5 months of supply in the months that we passed in September, that we have data. And months before in August, this was actually 7.33 months of the inventory rate.
I just said I could do the math.
Is 17 homes was active in the market, 5 homes went under the contract, and 3 homes just sold.
Which brings to 22 divided by 3, and that's his math of
7.3 months. And a year at this time in September 2022, we had just 14 homes active in the market and 8 went under the contract and 10 sold, which brings us to 2.2 months of the supply. And all of this tells you that we had an increase of 127%
easy numbers, right? Now, with
very big.
Farmville, days on the market also matters because that's how long homes are sitting. Now, if you're a home seller and your home is the it home because it's perfect in every way, it's going to sell much faster. So that's something I should point out as well. And if it's the it home, we're going to be paying full price or more. Now, with that, 47 days were on the market on average right now.
Exactly, including the brand new construction, and in a month before was 31 days, a year before at this time was just 10 days.
Which is a 370% increase on time. That doesn't necessarily mean that the home you're buying is going to, your dream home is going to be there as well. Now let's talk about the absorption rate. Never mind. We have to do absorption rate.
We basically want to talk about the least price. That's what you as a seller
Why don't we want to talk about absorption? Because honestly, he explains it to me. You've seen it in previous videos, and I get confused. So I think, you know what? I don't understand it. It's hard for me to explain it.
We had 244,950 for the lease price in months of September, and a month before was 319,900. A year at this time was 227,500, which brings us to 7.67 increase in the lease price.
Now, if you look at the sales price is a little different. It sold at 319,900, which notice how it was in August, same number. Now, with the 276 is the month before that. 195, which is a 64% increase. Now
and then don't be scared. One of the reason is again brand new construction that they came with a higher price per square feet, which we're gonna talk to you right now.
Now, Farmville does not have condos and townhomes. They just don't. It's all single family homes typically. So with that, single family homes.
They have in some areas duplexes, but they are very
rare.
Few. Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, single family home, new construction, we're looking at $179 a square foot.
Exactly, and if you go to the pre-owned homes, they are $130 per square feet.
So this is just to kind of give you a down and dirty number of what your home might be worth or how much you should be making an offer for, what that you think that home might be worth. But again, upgrades change everything as well. So that's why it's best to talk to a real estate professional like us. Now, let's break it into new construction though. When I look at Farmville, I see in September there was 2.1 months of new construction for sale. What about previously owned?
And previously owned basically was 1.2 months of supply.
Well, in last month, the month before that, there was 4 months of new construction. So new construction clearly sold in a month. But how much was previously owned?
And was 1.3 months, which is really more or less the same of the months of September. And for all together was the supply of 2.1 months, no?
Now, when we talk about mean home value, not median, mean. What is mean? Mean is weighted.
It's a weighted average.
Right,
Yeah.
so what the weighted average is, it means that the mansions and the shacks are kind of taken into account for, and we look at that. So with September, what just happened, because now October, is 189,310. What about the month before that?
A month before that was 188,208. A year before at this time was 178,331, which brings us to 6.6% of appreciation in the home's value.
Now, Farmville is honestly, when I look at rents in all the areas of Pitt County, Farmville is where the cheapest deals lie, and it's $875 a month for a median rent for all bedrooms. Now, I just want to point that out because I can't really get you that anywhere else.
Exactly. And then now we wanted to talk about some recommendation based off all this data that we said to you, that why you as a home buyer and home seller listen to this recommendation, take your basically what you insight that you
Okay,
want.
so in step one, I want to say is what does inflation mean? Inflation means prices are increasing. What is happening to home values and what we just talked about? Prices are increasing. Home values are increasing. Why? Prices are increasing. So home values are increasing. So do we see that the prices are going to crash in some way? No, because prices are increasing. That is what's been happening throughout the market and has nothing to do with the home sellers. It has to do with what's happening with our money supply. So, sorry, econ teacher here, former anyway. Now, also, if you can buy a home, you're going to get some value in Farmville. It's going to be there, and you're still getting appreciation. So I would say that you can, and if you can afford new construction, there's some really nice new construction happening in the area as well. So there's always going to be active homes for sale. You can get yourself out of the rental game and get yourself into a home 100% of the time if you really make that a goal and a focus.
And don't forget that the inventory actually monthly actually decreased from 2.1 months in months of August went to 1.5 months in months of September.
No.
That meaning that's gonna affect the home prices, and if you lock your homes right now is better than even the next months. That helps you to get the home and be a homeowner.
Now, if you're a home seller and you're saying, I live in Farmville, what's going on with my home? We can say that, yes, homes are increasing, values are increasing, so you're going to get more money for your home than you paid for it at this moment, which is a great thing. So you're going to walk away with cash in your pocket, which is amazing. So it's still a seller's market. You're still going to get more money for your value. You do need to set realistic expectations. You can't expect your $500,000 home to sell for $1 million. I know, extreme. You have to have a really, really understanding of what the market is. We're happy to talk to you about what your home might actually be worth in person, but understand that. But before we get into all of that, let's talk about staging as well, because that's the other thing that's going to sell your home.
Therefore, after the most important factor, which is the price of the home, is a staging on those online presentation, that how it happens, that you do the necessary repair and also declutter, stage your home if it's needed to be painted, to have those beautiful pictures taken.
Right, so we love talking to home sellers and home buyers all the time. We are so grateful that you are here with us on this channel and on this journey with us, and we'd love to give you this information.
And don't forget to subscribe in our channel to support us. Absolutely. And also leave us a comment, tell us your opinion, what you saw, what is your experience. We love to connect with you, and don't forget to watch our next episode of the podcast and you